What I like is almost all areas make the map very easy to access. So when you walk out here, first thing you see, bam, information, map. Resort area map. So, unfortunately, I did not look into the actual street name lore this time around. I forgot. That is my bad, everyone. But I imagine calling it South Park is an obvious reference to the show. That's an article about the circumcision lore. Good shit, you're on that, John. Oh, let's get this ammos. Oh, without a map? Yeah, this area sucks without a map, dude. But what we're about to do is we're going to go on a side quest, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go on a side quest to get the good ending. Hooray! So, what we're going to want to do is find Annie's bar and head inside. And I hear a romper in the distance, the worst enemy in the game. Now, if I remember correctly, should be somewhere over here. Probably wrong. Let's just double check. Oh yeah, I'm way off. Yeah, it's like, this is all just for the side quest, pretty much. The one side quest in the game. Pretty much the one side quest in the series, come to think of it. I think some of the American games had ones. Like, obviously, Downpour was like some pseudo open world game, so it was mostly side quests, but... Ah, motherfucker. Alright. So, where's the bar? Yeah, trying to find the bar without the map is a pain in the ass. Especially with these enemies running around. Here we go.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I guess so. But I'm beat. I thought I was a goner there. So how'd it go? Did you find a way out?
No, not yet. How about you?
Zip. But it's too soon to give up. This craziness can't go on forever. A military rescue squad should be here any time now. If they come through the town, we're home free.
I hope so.
I better get going. This isn't the time to stand around flapping our gums.
Do you know a girl called Alessa?
No.
So he's full of shit. No spoilers, but yeah, it is interesting that when you first meet Kaufmann and save his life from the monster here, first thing he does is deny knowing Alessa when pressed. It's like, no, I don't know her. And he refuses to look at Harry as he says that. So obviously, I'm assuming he's kind of like, you know what? I'm not even going to bother with this loser over here. That's a good question. His kind of optimistic assumption that the military rescue squad is just going to show up. It's like, why would you think that? Why would you assume that, Kaufmann? He really does seem like the kind of guy who's like, if anything isn't going my way, I'm just going to deny it and pretend like it's not happening. So let's read what he dropped. Kaufmann must have dropped this. Looks like it's full of stuff. I've got a Kaufmann key. Got a receipt. So, now we are on the Kaufmann quest, ladies and gentlemen. This is how you get the good ending. this is not as out of the way as I would expect to hide the good ending. It's not as ridiculous as the red liquid in the bottle. Let's pull that up, actually. It's not as ridiculous as trying to find this on your first playthrough, but it's still pretty silly. So what we have is a number 3 key and a receipt. Let's look at the receipt. Receipt from general store. Thought to have been dropped by Kaufmann. Well, why would it be thought to have been dropped by? You saw him drop it, but whatever. So Indian Rudder 0473. 0473. Let's go. Come on. There we go. As Wild Potato pointed out earlier, and I just want to reiterate, notice how it's just night again. Like, doesn't even have a transition this time around. It was day for a few minutes. You go into the sewer, come out, nighttime again. The nights are getting longer and longer, and the day is becoming just a fleeting glimpse. Cool shit. Cool shit so far. Alright. Now I believe, let's check the map, make sure I'm just going the right direction. I'm not actually. I'm going the opposite direction I want to go. Because I guess they don't know money. I don't know. Maybe the Japanese just don't understand American money. There's some nonsense, especially in Silent Hill. Oh, shit. Aha! 0473. Aha! So we are now in the Indian Runner General Store, which is pretty ruined. Looks like someone is looking for something in here. So, let's grab this. Rifle shells. There's a drawer. You want to open it? What do we find? Safe key. Let's take that safe key. So we got ourselves just a healing drink here. But yeah, as I was saying, there's some nonsense directional markers in Silent Hill 2. It's probably this, they don't really want to know about American measurements, so they just put whatever the fuck in there. But let's read this little ledger. Let's check this out. August 20th. He came by. I handed over the package that the woman left here. September 12th. He showed up at Norman's too. Don't want to be involved with the likes of them anymore, but I'm getting creeped out even more than before. Thought of leaving town, but I'm afraid of what will happen if I do. So it looks like the employee was handing off packages of some kind to someone named Norman. To a man who showed up after a woman dropped off a package, and Norman. So Norman's grand opening. Norman's is a motel. Alright, keep that in mind. Because we have a key. Wait a second. That key says number 3. That must be a motel key. Oh shit, we're putting together a mystery, ladies and gentlemen. 3 loaves of bread, 3 cartons of milk, 2 dozen eggs. Deliver to back door daily 8 a.m. Rear entrance code 0886. Yeah, this is the convenience store you were assuming from last session. But yeah, what's worth noting is that who at a motel is going to order 3 loaves of bread, 3 cartons of milk, 2 dozen eggs? It's, it's almost as if that's coded language for something, bro. Yeah, I'm so dumb, I'm a genius. But it's good to point that out, since this is an extended Twin Peaks reference to a degree. But yeah, I don't know. We'll get more to the Twin Peaks stuff later on, since Twin Peaks in particular is very interesting with how it plays into it. It's locked. Well, it's safe, and we picked up a safe key, so we may as well check out what's in here. What's this? Drugs? Looks like white powder of some kind, just like the white powder that we saw in the chalice in the other church in the Green Lion Antique. Oh my god, it's like an operation. So what we can assume here is that Kaufmann, whoever is working at the convenience store, Norman over here and some woman, I don't know who that could possibly be, have some involvement in the Sound Hill drug trade that the police were talking about. Alright, so we got some details. 0886 is how we get into Norman's. Let's go. Nope. Let's double check. Maybe they are just making a breakfast casserole. Maybe I'm just being, kind of negative. Just being a negative Nancy about an innocent breakfast casserole. I don't know. Maybe I should adjust my expectations. Oh, shit. 1 second. There we go. Aha! Oh, shit. There we go. Bam. We broke in. Oh, we got someone on the sofa. What's that? There's a magnet. Alright, let's take that magnet. What if Harry's real vacation? Yeah, Harry came to Silent Hill to get some good-ass Silent Hill drugs, and Cheryl's just watching her dad trip balls in the Jeep right now. It's a newspaper. Wait a minute. It's the same date as the one in the hospital. Remember, this is the clip that was cut out from the hospital paper in Kaufmann's office. So let's read it. Investigation stalled. PTV dealers still at large. Suspicious deaths continue. Like the anti-drug mayor, a narcotics officer dies of a sudden heart failure of unknown origin. Huh, PTV. Well, as we know, we finally have a name for it. White Claudia, a plant that grows in the region, is the base ingredient for PTV, a drug that is sold by members of the town, and members of the syndicate are just killing off people trying to get in their way. Seem to hold a lot of sway in this town. Something that the Silent Hill Force can investigate. Nothing special. Anything here? No. I could save the game, but honestly there's no reason to right now. All good, all good. So what we want to do is we want to find the number 3. Let's go to the number 3, because we have a key for that. Use the Kaufmann key. So... let's just get this health drink. What is my opinion on the Silent Hill 1 drug subplot? I think it's vital because of what PTV is analogous to. And we'll talk about that more later. I think the drug subplot is actually vital to this. Harry's recreating the Death Grips Guillotine music video in the car. That's some good shit. That's some good shit right there. Alright, let's just push this shelf. And we use this little magnet. Bam, bam. What do we find down here? Got a motorcycle key. Yeah, personally, I think the drug angle is vital. Well, one, it's a reference to Twin Peaks, which we'll talk about more in a second, because there's a very specific reference to the show. But I think it is important for the general plot of Silent Hill 1. Especially in relation to some of the real-world spiritual influences on this game. But you know what? We'll cross that bridge when we get there. It's a motorcycle. Oh, shit. Well, first things first, let's see if we can get the resources around the room. Can you grab that, Harry? Thank you. Looks like I got everything. An old motorcycle. Looks like it's been sitting here for years. That's weird. The dust is wiped away just around the gas tank cap. What? A motorcycle gas tank cap with dust around it? Let's see if we can open it. A small glass vial wrapped in a plastic bag. Well, this is actually a larger reference to Twin Peaks. There's a section of the show where a character named Bobby Briggs hides, I believe, cocaine in the gas tank of another character named James Hurley's motorcycle. And I believe this is a reference to that, as Twin Peaks was an idyllic small town that had a sort of underbelly and a drug trade running through it, stuff like that. It's just like the busted vial I found in the director's office at the hospital. What? That's crazy.
Give me that.
What is this?
That's none of your business. Instead of messing with that, how about coming up with a way to get out of here? You shouldn't be hanging around here goofing off. What do you think you're doing? You want to get yourself killed? Get out of here.
Okay, take it easy.
Unless you want to die, keep your mind on business. Got it?
So, weird detail, that silent line apparently had a voice line. I guess it had voiced lines from Harry's voice actor Michael G, whose full name I cannot remember at the moment, and they just never bothered to put it in the finished product. I have no idea why. It's very bizarre. But we are revealed. Kaufmann not so subtly threatens Harry, and basically, without revealing it, reveals that he's directly involved in the drug trade. Which, again, is just like Twin Peaks, where, spoilers for that show, industrialist Benjamin Horne is involved in the Twin Peaks cocaine trade. So, yeah, just a little reference, and totally not going to play into the plot at all. Not at all. That was a waste of a side quest, a waste of time. We are just at about an hour and a half, an hour 20, about that. So, yeah, we're making pretty good progress today. I don't know when we're going to stop, but there's a very specific point I want to stop. I just don't know when that's going to be. So, yeah, I suppose what we'll do is we'll just keep going for the evening, and when we stop, we'll just pick up tomorrow evening and just finish this fucker off, Get it out of the way. Because the game's about to go full-on exposition and reveal some shit for the last act, where all the plot details are going to happen.
What's this? Oh. Oh.
Not again. No, this time it feels different. Rather than shifting from reality into a nightmare, this is more like reality becoming a nightmare. I don't like this feeling, like something bad will happen. No doubt, something terrible is going on. So, this is a much more violent transition than we've seen at any other point for the Hell world. Very, very sudden, very violent. Even Harry comments, I've got a bad feeling. Some shit's going down. It is interesting how he's becoming more intuitive. And we're seeing characters kind of get this intuitive feeling. I feel as if I can't leave this place. I have a bad feeling about what's going on. They're becoming more in tune with sort of the emotions of the land itself, so to speak. Cool shit, cool shit. So let's check the map, make sure I'm going down the right place. As Potato was talking about, this is a pain in the ass to find if you don't have a map. Oh, shit. Couldn't dodge that. I have so much health items. I am so stacked. This is unbelievable. This is criminal, really. Shit. Oh no, oh no, oh no. We got this, we got this, we got this. This boat, here we go. Yeah. Yeah, it's such a good transition. Again, 20-man team, considered a failed project, basically. Sauna 1 is a treasure. We'll talk about that more in a second, John. In just a second, believe it or not, we're actually going to have pretty much the explanation about what the hell is. Now, is the blink, this is kind of like, oh, run past it, you'll miss it, but if you remember correctly, this is a crucified body we've seen a fair bit, actually, throughout the game. Again, just here. There's a body stuck to the bulkhead. This is one we saw in the hospital. This is one we saw at the beginning of the game, I believe. I don't think it's exactly the same body. I don't think it's the same model. But they're in the same crucified position. And yeah, it's just worth noting. We're seeing this a lot. We'll point that out more later. But crucifixion imagery with a body that looks like this. Like skinned, bloodied man, no face. Okay. Let's get to another country. Okay, you prefer Jonathan? Alright, cool. So, yeah, we'll get an explanation in just a second, actually, Jonathan. We're gonna have another cutscene talk.
Sybil,
Harry,
how did you get back here?
I followed the sewer. Were you the one who cut the fence?
Yeah. I'm glad you made it. I was worried about you.
You were worried? Where did you disappear to? Never mind. I want to know what's going on here. What is with this town?
This may sound really off the wall, but listen to me. You've got to believe me. I haven't gone crazy, and I'm not fooling around. At first, I thought I was losing my mind. But now I know I'm not. It's not me. This whole town. It's being invaded by the other world. By a world of someone's nightmarish delusions come to life. Little by little, the invasion is spreading, trying to swallow up everything in darkness. I think I'm finally beginning to understand what that lady was talking about.
Harry, hold on a minute. I don't get it.
Look, I don't understand it all myself. I guess I can't explain it.
Well, what's making this happen?
I don't know that either. But I do know Cheryl is there.
There?
Under whoever created this darkness. Cheryl is somewhere and she needs my help.
Harry, this whole thing's been a major blow to you. You need to rest.
Sybil,
The demon is awakening, spreading those wings.
Dahlia Gillespie.
Was it not as I said? I see it all now. Yes, everything. Hungry for sacrifice, the demon will swallow up the land. I knew this day would come. And what's more, the task is almost finished. There's only 2 left. To seal this town to the abyss, the mark of Samael. When it is completed, all is lost. Even in daytime, darkness will cover the sun. The dead will walk and martyrs will burn in the fires of hell. Everyone will die.
So what am I supposed to do? I've got to save Cheryl.
It is simple. Stop the demon. The demon taking that child's form. Stop it before your daughter becomes a sacrifice. Before it is too late. Stop it! Stop it!
What do I do?
Go to the lighthouse on the lake. And to the center of the amusement park. Make haste. You are the only hope.
Look, Harry. I really don't get what's going on. But if there's a chance we can save your daughter, I'm in. I'll check out the amusement park. You go to the lighthouse.
Sybil, thanks.
You will need to use it.
Use what?
The flowers. Only with that can you stop it.
What about Sybil?
Man, why doesn't anyone ever listen to me? But yeah, that's a lot to go over. So we're just going to collect the resources. We're going to pause the game. And I'm just going to sit here and read shit from my notebook because that was a lot of plot to just dump on us. You mean the Chaos Emeralds? I assume you mean the Chaos Emeralds. So yeah, we're just gonna pause the game because Harry. Oh boy, how do I get into this? Well, one, Harry finally name drops what hell is called. It's being invaded by the Otherworld, and I find it interesting how Harry's name for it has just become the official name in the community. Like, everyone just calls it the Otherworld now. Like, oh, that's just what it's called. No, not really. It's just what Harry refers to it as. So it's like, it wasn't, I don't know, I find that very interesting. But one of the weird things in relation to the franchise as a whole, it's not a 1 to 4 as I would consider it. 1 to 3 even, because, 4 is 4, but Harry is one of the few characters who seems to get it. He seems to understand, okay, at least have a rudimentary understanding about what is Silent Hill. And what is Silent Hill? Well, okay, the TLDR in a sentence: Silent Hill is a dream. That's a statement a lot of people don't like, since, there's a lot of that parallel universe talk. A lot of people have those theories, which, whatever. A lot of people say, oh, it's just reality transmorphing and people are just getting deleted or whatever. Whatever mental backflipping people have to say, no, it's happening in the real world. But, you know what? I think I don't need to say. I can just read, actually, from a developer interview. This is, 1 minute. What is the actual source of this quote from? It is from... It's canon names Circumcision Dimension. Yes, of course. But the quote I'm about to read from is from the official Konami Silent Hill 1 guide, the 1999 Japanese strategy guide. And it was an interview with an unnamed developer. Unfortunately, I could not find who specifically it was. And I'm going to give a special shout out to the YouTuber Max Derrat. I believe I'm pronouncing his name correctly. He has videos on Silent Hill and what is going on there, and he directed me to this quote to begin with. Very fascinating. So this is from the official guide. For the sake of convenience, this will be referred to as the right side and the reverse side in this book. In the same way that a person normally repeats REM sleep, and that's rapid eye movement sleep, for those not aware, and non-REM sleep in regular cycles while he or she is sleeping, when the nightmare world approaches a deeper darkness, i.e. sleep, a phenomenon occurs in which light is almost completely taken away and the world shifts into an even deeper nightmare as the cycle shifts again. As for the right side and the reverse side, in short, it isn't that one is reality and one is a dream. The fact is that neither is reality. Oh, flipping through notes here. Flipping through. Take care, Jack Daniels. Thank you for stopping in once again. So, there it is. Silent Hill, as we know it, is a dream. It is a singular dream, shifting perspectives. Similar to how a dream well, there, you're talking about that dream you're in high school and your teeth were falling out. Well, it's a dream that can shift from a nightmare to a dream back and forth without any connective tissue in connecting the two. Yes, I said that is from the 1999 Japanese strategy guide, the Konami official one, apparently. Obviously, since I don't physically have a copy and I cannot translate Japanese, I cannot confirm 100%, but to the best of my knowledge, that is an official quote. So, what does that mean, though? Silent Hill is a dream? Well, I talked about this a lot in my Lone Survivor video, and I'll be using the same quotes I used there from Carl Jung, specifically his chapter that he wrote for the book Man and His Symbols, specifically about dream analysis. Yeah, exactly. That is a massive lore dump to just be put in a manual. But the whole point of dreams, see, a lot of people don't like that. They say, oh, well, a dream, it's invalid. No, it's not. Think of it almost like Nightmare on Elm Street, just for like a really, really poor comparison. It's real to the characters in the moment. If they die, they do in fact die. But as we would understand it, whatever supernatural power is in Silent Hill is making this dream a reality. Think of it that way. Oh, God, I don't want to talk about true Silent Hill or real Silent Hill experience. Yeah, it's a Nightmare on Elm Street sort of thing. Think of it that way. That's a pretty good comparison, actually, Dave. So, some quotes from Carl Jung on the point of dream analysis. The general function of dreams is to try and restore our psychological balance by producing dream material that reestablishes, in a subtle way, a total psychic equilibrium. It's from Approaching the Unconscious from Man and His Symbols. Essentially what he's saying is that we work out our issues and thoughts from our waking life in our dreams, in sort of the unconscious dream state that we go into. As a general rule, the unconscious aspect of any event is revealed to us in dreams, where it appears not as rational thought, but as symbolic image. Dreams communicate the dreamer's subconscious thoughts, fears, anxieties, issues, traumas through symbolism. Sound familiar? If it does, that's because that's the entire impetus of Silent Hill that we all somewhat agree upon. Bloodborne, too. Bloodborne's another good comparison. There's a lot of Eastern use of dream symbolism and what that means. Well, we get into the Buddhist stuff, but I don't want to do that today. So we're already going way too deep into this one cutscene. We haven't even talked on the Dahlia plot stuff yet. Yes, Carl Jung was also a big inspiration for Persona 4. Very interesting. But essentially, yeah, as we know over, symbolism is how dreams communicate to the dreamer. And the last quote we will use, the two fundamental points of dealing with dreams are these. First, the dream should be read as a fact about which one must make no previous assumption except that it somehow makes sense. And second, the dream is a specific expression of the unconscious. Essentially, everything that has happened in the events of Silent Hill as a game is a dream. All of it. And it reflects the headspace, the psychology, the anxieties, the fears, what have you, of the dreamer. But here's the question. Who is the dreamer? We don't know. This is actually very similar to David Lynch. We mentioned Lynch earlier as one of the big influences, but his filmography usually consists, his movies and shows, have big contrasts between reality of a character's life and the character's dream world, their fantasies. And he makes the contrast between the two constantly in his work. I think the thing that Silent Hill's Otherworld and Fog World could be most compared to would be, once again, Twin Peaks with the white and black lodges. These are parallel worlds that Dale Cooper, the protagonist of the show, can access through his dreams. And as the show continues, eventually the dream merges itself onto the waking world. So, yeah. The fundamental question we have is that if this is all a dream, if we are going through essentially we're walking through someone's mind right now. The question is, what does it mean, and what does it mean to who? Who is the dreamer? Yeah, David Lynch's commercials are top tier. No, see, real smart boys talk about David Lynch's web series, Rabbits. That's what the real big brain boys are at. But yeah, we should move on to the actual plot. Well, you cry in the shower because you're just not, not woke like me. You're not living your life like Dale Cooper, man. But yeah, we should have talked about the plot and the lore stuff there that actually happened. Dahlia is basically laying out, the demon in the form of the child is laying out the Marcus Samael and is going to basically sacrifice Cheryl to, I don't know, Satan or whatever, and summon hell. Bad stuff's happening. I do find it interesting. I do find it very, very interesting how she is motivating Harry through very, stereotypical Christian language, like very vague Christian allusions, like the demon needs to be stopped, hellfire, brimstone, all that kind of stuff. That's something that is fascinating in retrospect. We won't talk about it here, though, since a future game makes very interesting use of that. Oh, God, we've been talking for like 10 minutes about that one scene. I said it was going to happen. I warned you all. But yeah, let's move on. You do have... Yeah, you got it. You got it, Jonathan. But unfortunately, I cannot say that out loud since we're trying to go play by play. And just reveal it as it's revealed to us. Oh, shit. Yeah, haha. So, this area sucks. Shit. Alright. Aha! Get juked! Oh, man. Oh, Harry should be a running back in the NFL. He'd be a regular pro. Oh, come on. There we go. Got disoriented for a second, trying to catch up on chat. It is mentioned in a future game, actually. A future game makes a pretty big deal. Pretty big deal of Harry's spiritual beliefs, but that's a story for a future day. About Harry's religious beliefs. That's something for a future thing. And we won't do that right now. Alright, so let's make sure I'm not dying. Fuck, we'll use one, why not? So this scene's really weird to me, because this can be ruined by running up. Like, look at this camera angle. This is fantastic. This is atmospheric. This is ominous. Try running up. Now it looks ridiculous. Harry's just running into the wall. I think of any area, I think run should have been disabled here. Because very clearly, if you pay attention, like, what it is more cyclic imagery. Harry's just walking in a circle. It's an endless, looks almost like an endless cycle where you can't, at a certain point, you can't see the beginning, you can't see the end. It's just a cycle. But when he runs, it looks ridiculous. Whatever. Alessa, no. Damn, she laid the Marcus Samael.
Damn, I was too late.
So, weird detail. Certain emulators cannot handle this scene right here, and it goes straight to black unless you go into your map and then back out, and then that for a split second you have regular lighting and you have to walk your way back down the stairs. Just that shot right there. I have no idea why it causes certain emulators to freak out. Yeah, I can see the Uzumaki comparisons. I think Silent Hill has a different use of it, obviously. What I believe it is, and sort of what I think is one of the take-home ideas of Silent Hill 1, is very different. Since, I will say one thing off the bat, I don't think Silent Hill 1 is as thematically concise as 2 and 3, especially Silent Hill 2. But for what I think is one of the take-home messages, or themes, if you want, about Silent Hill 1, the cyclic imagery does work there, but it also works in general with the series. Since, like moths, Silent Hill, I get hit by that dog every single time, but Silent Hill 1, Silent Hill 1, 2, 3, and even 4 make a lot of use of cyclic imagery, cycles, stuff like that.
Sybil hasn't come back. That creep's sure to show up at the amusement park pretty soon. Let me be on time.
Alright, so it's nice that it just teleports us back. Alright, so let's go back to the other sewer area and find Sybil. Alright, let's go. Yes, actually, 3 has a lot of Session 9 imagery. Specifically, The Office has a section where it references Session 9, a very powerful image from that film. If we ever do Silent Hill 3 in one of these in-depth formats, we'll get there. But I don't know. I'll talk with people later if they want to see that, if we ever do Silent Hill 2 or 3 for Silent Hill 2 or 3 in-depth. I don't know. We'll wait and see. The cover has been removed. Could Sybil have gone to the amusement park from here? Nani? So, there's some questions some people have about what attacked Sybil there. I have my own opinion. We'll get to that later. But, as we can see here, we got the Mark of Samael. Session 1 to 8. Yeah, you gotta watch them all. That's your homework for tonight. But no, Session 9 is a pretty decent movie overall. It's not the best in the world or anything, but I enjoy it for what it is. Pretty interesting. Good visual direction. Alright. But yeah, I have an idea about what attacked Sybil there, but I don't know, we'll talk about that as we get to Sybil, and sort of my end treatise on that character. And here we go. So, as you can see, as we run through the sewer, we now have statues of that same body model that we've seen since the beginning. I shall heal Harry. We now have statues of it just lining the walls. There's another one. And more importantly, we're going to have an enemy. These things. These are the Mumblers, I believe their names are. They are actually what replaced the Grey Children in the European and the Japanese versions. Ah. Yeah, those little mole things there, they represent moles, basically. I don't know. They're one of the lesser thought out enemies. Once again, just want to point out, it is that crucified corpse strung up in the water. Just lying there. See it again. Listen to that industrial rage, man. Listen to that. But as we walk, we can start to see, it looks like a little merry-go-round horse in the sewer. So, let's go up the ladder here. And here we are. We are in the Lakeside Amusement Park. Now I hate this area with a passion, because there's no map. And this is actually easy to get lost. Oh yeah, District 9's a great movie. But these are larval stalkers, remember? From the hospital. Oh, he fell over. Oh no, little guy. You're okay. But I am... Hi, boy. I don't know why the fuck these things are here. Like, I don't know, man. Like, could they mean something? When you know what the larval stalker is, does this area have significance? I couldn't tell you. Shoot him in the face. Back to killing children. Oh yeah. Just like I love. This is where the fun begins. Alright, moving on. Moving on up. Moving on up. To the east side, moving on up. Yeah, it's because children love amusement parks and the taste of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Hey, buddy. Later. Let's save the game here. I need to play Bloodborne again, too. I have a PS4 controller on hand right now. I'm using it to play this game. Aha! But yeah, let's save the game here. Hey. Basically, I feel like a lot of people, I think, resist the dream interpretation because they sort of see it like that. Like, oh, Harry doesn't know what's going on, so the audience isn't supposed to know what's going on. Therefore, there's no answer. Time is convoluted in Silent Hill. But look, like, there's one right here. You want to do Bloodborne? Okay, I have the DLC. I got that shit already. I'll play that game. Bloodborne's fucking baller as shit. But yeah, here we go. Save the game. Let's go in here. Damn, son. So yeah, So if you try to fight Sybil legit, she's actually the hardest fight in the game. How could you ask him what he wants to do? Time is convoluted. Good question. Who knows? Time's convoluted in Silent Hill and Lordran. But, yeah. Sybil is the hardest fight in the game if you try to do her legit. But we're not going to do her legit. What we're going to do is, just kind of observe her for a bit. Stand up, Harry. Come on. Come on, buddy. Come on, big boy. What's interesting is that you can actually see she has a bloody spot on her back. If you can look at that. And she's actually moving, if you pay attention, sort of. Oh, shit. Yeah, she kills you quick. Sybil's the hardest fight in the game. Easy. But she moves a little bit like the infected puppet nurses from the hospital. She moves like it. She kind of animates like it. Oh, wrong button. I just want to like pause the game, get a good look at her. I'm going to get shot as soon as I unpause. But it is interesting how she bears a striking resemblance to the puppet nurses. Now, it's hard to describe my thoughts on Sybil's significance to the plot without getting into full spoilers, but I just want to highlight the parallel that she has with the puppet nurses. That symbolically, I think they fill the same role, and that could be why Sybil is here. That she fills a similar role to what the puppet nurses do to the Dreamer. but that's not. It's hard to talk about that without getting into spoilers, and unfortunately, we're not going to do that tonight. So I'm just going to try and eat this bullet. Aha! Yeah, damn. Sybil's going pop, 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 making Harry drop, for real. So what we're going to do is we're going to cheese her. We're going to do the famous Sybil cheese. Get over here. We're going to take that red liquid that we got from the hospital and splash her.
Sybil! Wake up! Snap out of it! Sybil!
Harry, what happened?
Shh, don't talk. I'll take care of you.
Harry, why did they take your daughter? Why her?
I'm not sure myself. But, you know, Cheryl isn't my biological daughter. I actually haven't told her yet. She probably already knows anyway, though. We found her abandoned on the side of the highway. Nobody knew where she came from. We didn't have any kids of our own. My wife was sick. And it didn't look like she was getting any better. So we took Cheryl in.
So in that case...
there might be some connection between Cheryl and this town.
So what do you do now?
Cheryl is my daughter. I will save her no matter what. I figured you'd show. Hold it right there. I don't know who you are or what you're trying to do, and I don't care. Just one thing. Let Cheryl go. That's all I ask. What? Damn. Huh? What is this? Where's Cheryl? Give me back my daughter.
We meet at last, Alessa.
Dahlia Gillespie? Where's Cheryl? Where is she?
Alessa. This is the end of your little game.
Mama?
Could she be...
You've been a ghastly little pest, haven't you, Alessa? I was careless, thinking you couldn't escape from our spell. But Mommy didn't know how much you'd grown. That's why I couldn't catch you all by myself. But what a pity, yes? Now you're half indebted to this man for his help.
Hey, what are you talking about?
Alessa, my dear little girl, there is one thing left I need you to do for me.
No! Get away from me!
Bad girl. Everything is ready. Let's go home.
What's going on here?
Harry.
Lisa. What happened? Where's Alessa and Dahlia?
Harry, listen. Something you said before has been bothering me. I just can't get it out of my head.
What is it, Lisa?
So I went to look in the basement, even though I was scared as hell. Like you said, there were these creepy rooms, but nothing really unusual down there. But while I was down there, I got this weird feeling. Like I'd been there before. Like something happened there, but I can't quite remember somehow. What was it?
Harry, help me. I'm so scared. I can't take this.
It's only a temporary thing. You're in shock from when you were knocked out. Don't fret about it. You'll remember after a while.
No. You don't understand.
Wait! Where do you think you're going?
Lisa. Damn, what's that? That sound. From down there, it's coming from the basement. Just gonna pause the game because we have a lot to go over. It's a lot of cutscene that we gotta talk about. Number one, the reason I went for the good plus ending is that only in the good plus ending do you get the plot point that Cheryl is not his biological daughter. He and his wife found Cheryl as an infant along the side of a highway while his wife was sick and starting to die. Cheryl is not his biological kid. They just found her as an infant on the side of the road, which, if you remember correctly from the CG opening, you could actually see the image of Harry and his black-haired wife picking up an infant and just looking at it. That's more than likely the shot of them finding baby Cheryl. So you only get that in Good Plus. I have no idea why. That's a vital detail that they just left out of every other ending. But after that, Dahlia is revealed to have been playing Harry the entire time, basically plotting him against Alessa, planting the Flaros on him, pretty much the only thing that could actually kick her ass. Harry was a puppet and tool the entire time, and one thing I just want to point out that's interesting is, notice how Dahlia never refers to Harry by his name, ever? She never even makes an attempt to learn it. Just, this man, you. It's always just kind of like, because he's an object, he's nothing to her. But always found that interesting. Yeah.
They played us like a damn fiddle!
It was ours, damn it! Give it back! Punished Venom Harry, fallen legend. So, what happens though, I think the most interesting detail is that after Alessa is captured or collected, what have you, by Dahlia, Harry wakes up once again. Waking up imagery in the hospital. In the room where he found Lisa originally. Lisa doesn't look so good. Her eyes twitching. She's a little upset. And we get some interesting details. Notice how her demeanor has changed. Lisa used to be very polite, a little mousy, but here, completely monotone. Just, Harry, Wilson, I went to the basement. Very first thing she says. Doesn't ask how he's doing, doesn't ask anything. Notice how in the other interactions, she was concerned with Harry's well-being. Here, doesn't give a shit. I went to the basement. Whatever she saw down there, she didn't like. But what is interesting to note is that, remember, in the very first encounter, she claimed hospital staff cannot go in the basement. I've never been there. I don't know what's down there. And she goes down there and saw something that triggered something in her. She is terrified. And when Harry tries to comfort her, she just brushes him off. No, you don't get it. You don't get it at all. Now something's in the basement. Not clear what that is. A sound. We'll talk more about Lisa when we see her next. I think it's very fascinating about sort of what happens with her. But yeah, that is the gist of those cutscenes up to this point. And where are we? Well, I can tell you exactly where we are. We're fucking nowhere, son.